Tonight, 13 Investigates has learned more details about a murder that took place inside of an addiction treatment center. That treatment center is in Kentucky, but it's owned by a company facing lots of scrutiny right here in Indiana. Our senior investigative reporter Bob Siegel discovered that regulators found the company did not follow its own policies the night of the murder.
This addiction treatment center in Louisville sits empty nearly 3 months after a patient was murdered inside. According to police reports and court records, Holly Knight was strangled to death by another patient who's now charged with her murder. Police say surveillance footage shows Angela Hensley entered the victim's room around 8:54 at night with a towel around her neck and then closed the door. Court records say 4 minutes later, she walked out and the victim was laying on the ground. But it was not until an hour later, 9:57, when staff discovered the woman's body. According to this police report, Hensley later told investigators the victim said she wanted to die, so I killed her. And she said she went back to the victim's room several times to finish the job because she wasn't dead yet. Now, 13 Investigates has obtained this. It's an investigation report from the state of Kentucky, and it finds that Landmark Recovery, the company that runs the addiction treatment center, failed in several key areas on the night of the murder. The review conducted by the Kentucky Cabinet for Health and Family Services says records and security footage confirm Landmark staff failed to conduct required patient observations on the victim before and after the assault, failed to restrict access to the victim's room by the patient now charged with her murder, and failed to respond appropriately to the suspect's withdrawal symptoms, which included restlessness, anxiety, and hallucinations. 13 Investigates contacted Landmark Recovery to ask for a response to the state's findings. Landmark CEO Matt Boyle responded by text, telling me, "Do you ever stop? Seriously, I hope you burn in hell." About a half hour later, he sent a statement, which says in part, "Our plan of correction was accepted by the state, and our license remains in good standing. It is standard practice for regulatory bodies to review licensed facilities. Virtually all reviews reveal opportunities for performance improvement." The CEO also claimed 13 Investigates somehow obtained confidential findings from the state of Kentucky that should not have been released. How did we get details of the state's investigation? Simply by filing an open records request. The deficiency findings report from the murder is a public document. That murder is the latest chapter in a troubling story involving Landmark Recovery, which was forced to shut down 3 of its treatment centers in Indiana after a series of patient deaths, assaults, overdoses, and reported injuries. The treatment center in Louisville is currently closed, and the state has also closed out Landmark's license to operate that facility, at least temporarily, while the company says it's doing some interior work and painting. The state of Kentucky says Landmark failing to follow the company's own safety policy before and after Holly Knight's murder contributed to a lapse in patient care. You can read the deficiency report, Landmark's corrective action plan, and the company's full response to 13 News. They're all posted right now at WTHR.com. I'm Bob Siegel, 13 Investigates.